This is a recipe I came across in my personal cookbook the other day, and I thought I haven't made this since my kids were young. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So first of all, you'll need 4 scallions. Go ahead and cut the green part off, and we are going to dice up the white part of the onion. Once you have diced the white part of the scallion, just set that aside and grab some baking mix. We are going to add 1 cup of baking mix, 1 cup of milk, and I'm using 2%. Now we're going to add the scallions. And I've got some chicken left over from that chicken that I boiled for the chicken and dumplings. This is the recipe I did the next day. And I'm going to add 1 cup of chicken, 1 cup of country style hash browns, salt and pepper to taste, two tablespoons of melted butter, 1 cup of shredded cheese, and I did shred this cheese myself. Now let's go ahead and mix this up. You want to make sure to mix it really well. And now I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. So that's a total of 1½ cups of shredded cheese. You're just going to keep mixing until you have no chunks of chicken. You don't want it chunky. Now over to the stovetop. We're going to grab a skillet and put 2 pats of butter in the skillet and turn our stovetop eye onto 1. And the entire time that you cook this, you are going to want to keep it on anywhere from simmer to 1. Maybe kick it up to 2, but you're going to play around with those temperatures while we fry this. And here we go. You're just going to drop a huge tablespoon into the skillet. You can shape these once they're in the skillet. I just took my spoon and kind of moved it around till it formed a circle, a nice circle. And also, you don't want them to burn. So again, do not turn that stove up high. Do not get impatient with this. Once they feel pretty solid and you can kind of see them cooking around the edges just like a pancake, we are going to flip these. And y'all, this is my new skillet and I'm using my lucky metal spatula. So I'm trying to be really careful not to scratch my new skillet. That is a pet peeve of mine. I was talking to a friend the other day and I was telling her this is really a pet peeve of mine. I hate when we use metal utensils in these skillets because it does scratch it, and I'm scared we're eating metal. However, I was careful to not scratch it, but y'all, this is my lucky spatula. I only fry foods with this spatula. Anyways, this was so good, y'all. My husband just raved and raved about this recipe, and he keeps asking me, have you posted it yet? Well, no, I haven't. But today I am, because he told me last night that those tasted like something that came out of a restaurant. And I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really good. But I didn't know that they warranted that kind of praise. So this is definitely a recipe that you'll want to try. Now, I did place these on a napkin, on a plate, to kind of just pull out some of that oil, some of that butter, so that they wouldn't be greasy, and they were not. This did make 5 patties. Once you're done frying those patties, do not try to wash up that skillet. We're just going to add 1 can of cream of chicken to that skillet and turn your stovetop eye down to simmer. We are going to add, to start with, a 1/2 cup of chicken broth. I added a little more later, so I ended up adding about 3/4 of a cup. Give it a stir. Now you can do several different things with this chicken gravy here. You can add whatever seasonings you would like to this, but I just kept it really simple. Once you've got the chicken broth blended into the can of cream of mushroom, we are going to add some milk. And I probably added about 1/4 cup of milk, maybe 1/3. And if this gravy is not to the consistency that you would like, you can keep adding chicken broth. You could add a little bit more milk. I did salt and pepper this. You could even add a little Cajun seasoning if you wanted to. You could throw in some onions, some parsley, whatever you want to. And voila, there's my recipe for chicken and potato pancakes. These are so good, y'all. And they're different. It's really different. But it does take a little time. It took me probably an hour. It doesn't take long to throw it together, but you do have to stand there and, let it cook slowly, let them fry up slowly. This turned out great. And if you're looking for something different, you might want to give my chicken and potato pancakes a try. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and y'all have a great evening.